You need to know how to magnetize money because a good number of people do not come from wealthy family, and yet they make wealth. So the path to wealth is not reserved for a few. Abundance is your birthright. If you live in this world, you can make it happen. You need to magnetize money. And to do that, we told you, number one, you must be genuinely interested in abundance. If you do not forget. Number two, we said you must exercise emotional intelligence, that ability to feel, to know what is needed. Number three, we said you must know that you live in a world of abundance, and you must not listen to those who talk scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. Because when you develop scarcity mindset, you will think scarcity, talk scarcity, see scarcity where there is abundance. Number four, you need to think long-term and plan. These are some of the things we shared last week that begins to draw abundance to you. We said, give generously. If you are going to break out of a scarcity and begin to magnetize money, you must give generously. A farmer who does not give does not receive. In every seed of the papaya is the future of 1 billion trees. One Ghanaian at the end of the slavery period went back home with only a handful of cocoa seed. That action made his country today the largest producer of cocoa because of one slave who chose not to carry finished products, but the seed of the future. Number six, be committed to taking risks. You want to magnetize money? The reason many never create wealth is that they prefer a job that guarantees them continuous income, even if it is not much, and they do not realize you might be selling your future. And we're going to share with you today how that what you should not do is to sell your time. Number seven, value your relationships. Value the relationships you come into if you are going to magnetize wealth. Number eight, see money as a representation of value. A representation of value. In other words, if you see money as a representation of value, then you must raise your value so that what money you attract is dependent on the value you carry. Number nine, you have to shift your mindset from small to big, from lack to plenty. And I tell you, it's not very easy. You have to be deliberate about it. People who have a microcosm of the mind, all they see is lack. You must shift from fear of change to embracing change. You must shift from being reactive to being proactive. You must shift from what is not working to what is working. We shared with you the fact that number 10, you need to lay down specific, achievable financial goals. And as simple as that statement I just made is, you will not realize, and I'm sure if I ask you right now, it will immediately make you understand what I mean. Even some on the Wealth Masterclass, probably a good number, probably most, don't have a clear financial goal. What is a financial goal? Because you know what a goal is. A goal needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based, defined destination. I want to pray for 30 minutes. That's a goal. I didn't just say I want to pray. I want to go on my treadmill and exercise for 2 hours. That's a goal. I didn't just say I want to go on the treadmill. Because once I lock 2 hours in my brain, that's what I do. My body doesn't like it, but I have locked it. So specific, achievable financial goals is a necessity for creating wealth, or else you wouldn't even know if you have come into it. There are people who are doing well, but they don't realize that they've really reached the maximum capacity they have, but because they never fixed the goal, they didn't know. They're still busy trying to be somebody else's number. So lay down specific achievable goals. Many are just contented to just pay bills. Number 11, we say you must prioritize these financial goals. Start with the most significant one. Find goals that boost it. Number 12, you must eliminate the negative thoughts about money. I'm going to repeat this again in one more point today. If you have a negative opinion of money, it will not come to you. Money is currency. The wealthy have a positive mindset about it. They see it as a good tool to change the world, to make things happen. They believe they have the right to possess it. If you watch a lot of movies, you find that movies tend to portray the wealthy as wicked people who hurt people. It's interesting. The producer of the film probably made millions of dollars doting on people's emotions. Number 12, you need to eliminate the negative thoughts about money by stopping the association of money with evil. Money pays for our books. Money makes our roads. Money changes our systems, gives us good electricity, good power, energy. Without money, society wouldn't run. You'll be amazed that sometimes some small nation, let's just take a nation as small as Belgium, 34 million people or thereabout, their 1 month income is probably more than the whole of the largest African government country. Why? Because of income. So you got to eliminate. Number 13, launch 5 streams of income outside your salary that will draw, and you need to be deliberate about it. You need to sit down and say, what else can I do that will bring money? Ask what you can do. Look for it. Look for things you can start at home: voice recording, video editing, script writing, book writing, creating a blog, taking a subject everybody complains about, they have not preferred solution, start preferring solution. Do a blog on positive parenting of 5 minutes, 6 ways to handle a child that throws temper tantrum, 4 things to do if your child embarrasses you in public, 6 ways to handle a child, teaching the child respect without having to raise your hand against the child. Now, 7 ways to make your child a positive child. This becomes ways you get your children to wake up to be the best, and yet you make money. 14, invest wisely. Don't work for money, but let money work for you. You see, that's the difference between the rich and the poor. The poor work for money, the wealthy make money work for them. The poor work for money, money works for the wealthy. Wow, you need to switch. Number 15, step out of your comfort zone. Too many are terrified of trying something new. And because they are failed ones, they are too terrified. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. They love their comfort zone. With all the teaching on the Wealth Masterclass, there are so many of you who have never imagined doing business outside of Europe. You say, the currency, the blah, 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 the volatility of the economy of nations. The nations, you are saying their economy is volatile. Somebody's busy going to do business there. Number 16, solve one problem at a time. You see, wealth creation, shall I be bold to say, is easy. All you need to do is look for a problem and solve. when you find a problem and you solve the problem, you have given yourself a platform for money to flow to you. That's why we wake up every day, we feel hungry, we call Pizza Hut. Somebody found a way to do pizza. Their pizza haven't changed, they just have different recipes on different pizzas, but it's the same pizza platform. They threw a few pineapples on a pizza and they call it Hawaiian pizza. They threw whatever, something on the other one, they call it another name. But they've solved the problem. You didn't have to cook, you ordered it, bam, voila, it's in your house. Somebody also solved the logistics problem. The people who carry it and deliver, that's all they do. They're making the money. Wow. 18, keep track. 17, spend the extra time you have to make more money. There are people who are probably not going to find it easy to leave a 9-to-5 job. Even if you have left a 9-to-5 job, you have extra time. What do you do with your extra time? How do you use your extra time? Is there a way you, I'm one of those people who, yeah, I know there's the time for leisure, but I do not know how to sit down and be doing nothing. I have to do something with the time. I have to either write something, come up with 5 things, 6 things. You need to be able to be busy with your extra time. Number 18, keep track of financial progress. Make it, manage it, multiply it. Because you see, when we say magnetize money, money is interesting. Money continues to go where they know how to magnetize it. And money continues to flow away where they do not know how to magnetize it. That's the difference between the man who created wealth and the one who won lottery. Number 19, protect what you have made. Build a wall of fire around it. Cut down your taxes. Cut down the wastage. If you must give people and charity, have a pre-planned system so that once what you have to give is exhausted, it is exhausted. Because in the giving of money, it will never end. And some people, once they see you, they don't see you, they see the money. Number 20, create solutions. Don't just go to work. Remember, what do we mean by create solutions? Number 20. This basically means that people who are not consumers, but solution creators will always be wealthy. Don't just go to work, get paid for your creativity. Create something, create, and people will buy from you. It's not, let me even tell you about creating. Once you create once, it may have taken 20 hours to create. It could take a lifetime to keep selling the same thing. You don't recreate. Once I write a book, out of the 110 books I've written, I don't rewrite it. They just reprint, and it keeps selling, 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 and it keeps selling. In my lifetime, I've sold over 2 million books. I didn't spend 2 million hours. That is what we mean by creating solution. So I wrote a book called 10 M's of Money. How long did it take me to write 10 M's of Money? Okay, I had the materials over years in preparation while speaking and so on, and gathering the materials. Then I locked myself up in a hotel room in the United States of America and wrote the 10 M's of Money. In how many days? 7 days. In fact, I was also going out to speak in the evenings, but during the time I was just busy writing the 10 M's of Money. How many copies I've sold? Maybe not much, maybe just 30,000 copies. Because we printed 10 M's of Money 3 times, and every time we printed was 10,000 copies. And that's because it's self-published. If I had a bigger network of distribution, you do more. I created the solution once. I sold it 30,000 times. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. When you sell hours, you keep selling hours. But if you sell solutions, you can have one solution bringer you took hours to create. But after the creation, it keeps selling and keeps selling and keeps selling. Unless you need to tweak, adjust, abridge, unabridge, whatever, but it keeps selling. You create it once, but you are paid continually. Don't forget this point number 20. You create it once, and people keep paying you for that solution continuously, 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 continuously. Even people you will never meet in a proper system where there are copyright laws. People will continue to pay you for what you have created.